Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we have a winners round matchup between BustRobot and the Freelancer. BustRobot chose the first map. This is Waterfalls. He is the Mori, so we're watching for his perspective. He has a pretty balanced army. He's got a nice cavalry representation, about 4 units there. Half Naginatas and half Katana Samurai for his melee line. 2 matchlocks, 2 bows, just very balanced overall. Look over here at the Freelancer. He's got a nice range component as well. 2 matchlocks, 2 bow monks. Haven't seen much of his line, but it looks like they're starting to reveal themselves off in the forest. Got some Naginatas, a couple Nodachis, Katanas, so pretty similarly matched armies here. We haven't seen any cavalry from the Freelancer, but they'll be sure to come out. Probably along the tree line. Now, it's actually interesting Freelancer's going up on this hill here. You don't see this hill get used very much in Waterfalls. I'm kind of surprised because it's a nice tactical position overlooking the enemy, especially if you can get some bow units up here to skirmish well. And it looks like BustRobot wants to take the workshop here. It's always a good choice because Freelancer is not threatening his position down here at all. But he's moving into position to get the sword dojo too. So if he can go up 2 buildings here, that'll be a huge advantage. We already hear some whistling arrows go off. I'm trying to see where they landed. And I don't. So, interesting. Not sure where the whistling arrows went. Matchlocks move too. They have this hill to deal with though. They're not going to be able to shoot through that. This is very risky. They're going to have no angle to shoot unless they go on top of the hill, and they're very exposed right now. Skirmishing now in the ranged units. Ooh, nice shot. Boashigaru's down 40 men already. Matchlock is down 30. This is going to get absolutely torn apart. It looks like Freelancer's going to get the best of this skirmish. The other Matchlock is over here trying to hit the... Now this is quite a widespread maneuver that he has going here. Splitting up his infantry in half could work out, but if BustRobot decides to push here, they might not be able to get there in time, so it's dangerous, but he might be able to get a nice flank out, especially because we still haven't seen any cavalry. Who knows what they'll be coming out, if they will at all. This might be an entirely infantry-focused build, you never know. Nodachis are going up to try and chase off the matchlocks. Makes him, actually that was good, makes him use his Nodachi, or his Bonsai early, and is going to be trying to run in, but can't get a very good charge off, so the Freelancer is going to get a nice flank here on the Nodachis. Their charge is basically going to be nullified. This is just a Katana Samurai over here, down to about even strength, but it looks like Freelancer got a little bit of the worst of it. The Nodachis were pretty much completely nullified there by Freelancer's ability to just kind of micro there up in the infantry line. Very good there. And this cavalry, well, this Katana cavalry, we're going to see some wavering here. It looks like they'll be able to do some damage. The rest are just kind of sitting around. The Yari Samurai are advancing rapidly. Look how fast they're moving too. BustRobot has to get some micro in here, and it looks like he's got a cavalry unit coming towards the front. Matchlocks are just in point blank right now, shooting anyone they can, sacrificing these 2 swords, throwing them to the wind basically, to try and get as many shots into Samurai as he can. Because these Katanas go down, you only have Naginatas left, and still has a decent sword component left for Freelancer. So a lot of confusion here in this battle. We do see, oh, that's, never mind, that was BustRobot's cavalry unit. So still no cavalry for the Freelancer. Oh, it looks like, nope, still no cavalry. It's confusing me if the mini-map colors are switched because they're supposedly represented with red and the blue, but wavering there. Looks like BustRobot's getting the better of this battle. Looks like he was able to split up the 2 components. There wasn't a whole lot of spear help over there for the detachment that he broke off, and those Katana cavalry are just tearing through them. They're veteran Katana cavalry as well. Rank 3. Definitely be able to tear through fresh Katanas. Katanas are very bad against cavalry and melee. Even without that big charge, they're still can get cut down pretty easily. A lot easier than you'd expect. This Katana cavalry still has over half strength. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to take this. With no cavalry, the mobility was definitely in BustRobot's favor. He's going to take game 1, it looks. Cavalry charge going for the general there. It's always a good decision to go for the general, but hitting this Katana might have been a little better. They're on the verge of breaking anyway, and he's going to win this melee battle no problem. So I guess it doesn't really matter who you charge into. And it looks like on his home turf, BustRobot's going to take game number 1. Wavering. Oh, that must have been a confusing battle to play. There were just units everywhere. It's hard enough to cast. Can't imagine how it was to play. Almost worked there. That flank that Freelancer was trying to do with all that infantry could have worked, but the cavalry was there to stop it. Good move by BustRobot to be aware of what was going on and move a unit, especially a Katana cavalry, a unit that can take down the Katana Samurai in melee. So being surprisingly resilient here, but they're finally going to break. Good match there by BustRobot. See you back on the main menu. Well, there it is. BustRobot takes game number 1 on his home turf. Interesting build there by the Freelancer bringing no cavalry, but I think if I were to choose a map where I wouldn't bring cavalry, that might be it, because it's rather compact and constrained. It's hard to maneuver cavalry. You saw how hard of a time BustRobot had moving his cavalry around that map. So It could have worked. I think it could have. Especially, he had good micro skills as we saw, as he just basically nullified that no-dachi charge. That was a good job, but maybe ended up having his units be a little too bunched together and just got swallowed up there by BustRobot's infantry. Cavalry charge coming from behind just pretty much sealed the deal. There was like no spear coverage really, if I remember right, in the back of Freelancer's line. So, especially on that detachment, you really had to be more careful about the cavalry, assuming that maybe being uphill, the cavalry wouldn't be much of a danger because it wouldn't get much of a charge off, but that katana cavalry is really deadly, especially when they have some fed points in melee against swords. So, great battle there. BustRobot takes the game 1-0. We'll see if he can get the sweep, or if Freelancer can fight his way back into this on his home turf. See you in the next match.